was Splash and the Soldier the Game Spitter. What I tell you? Didn't I tell you the Louch was gonna bring? They had too much for them. I told you Dipset don't got enough songs. A lot of their songs were just for the moment. It was just in that moment in 05 and 06 and 07. They not legendary songs where they can go up against somebody like the Louch with bars and beats, Swiss beats on the beats. Bars like that, Sheek, Styles, and Jada, all that energy, and they ain't never broke up, they never fell out. All them hits, all their history, and they still had like 30, 40 more songs they could have played. I ain't even exaggerating, they still had another extra stendos. I knew Dipset was gonna lose when they was pulling out their big songs too early. They ain't got enough, like, they don't got the legendary songs with legendary people. They kept a lot of their stuff in-house. You see what I'm saying? And it worked at the moment, but you hear it, like you see 10, 15 years, you hear it 20 years, 25 years later, it don't hit the same like it did back then. Them Jadakiss songs, them Lock songs, them Styles, Sheek songs, they can drop that now and it worked. They can drop that now and it worked. That beat production, it just hit so hard. That summer with Miami, that was just for that time in Miami in 07, 08. The old boy, that's how we was feeling in 02 with the big jerseys and all that stuff. But them songs, that hard street, grimy, you know, straight bars, and got hooks, you know what I'm saying? Bring everything to the track. They ain't with all that flashy, the jury, and they let you know right there if you got the bars and you got flavor, you still gotta have some flavor and some, you know, some sauce about you. You don't need the drip, you don't need the jury. You can be grimy like that, but you gotta be like them. You gotta have that type of, you gotta have the bars and everything. But really, like, real talk, they probably on the one Dipset, they probably on the one like 3 rounds, maybe 2 or 3 at most, 4 at most. Other than that, I ain't seen no verse battle that was a blowout like that right there. That was a straight KO. I'm telling you, like, Jada could have beat Dipset. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna lie, like, Jadakiss could have really beat Dipset by itself. I ain't lying, like, he could have just took the whole crew on. Real talk, I'm gonna be honest. And DBlock still could have kind of won. DBlock supposed to win against G-Unit. That would have been a better fight, because G-Unit had the hit records everybody know, and G-Unit got better bars than the Dipset members. Banks, Buck, 50, Banks, Buck, 50, Banks, Buck, 50, then Mace, they could play them songs, the Mobb Deep. That would have been a better, you know, matchup. You know, everybody know everybody's songs. A lot of people don't know a lot of them Dipset songs. They won't really, a lot of them songs, the 848 Jim Jones played, and the other songs they were playing, a lot of people don't know them songs like that. But if it would have been the Louch versus G-Unit, everybody would have knew everybody's songs from both sides. Everybody in the live, everybody in the venue. But Dipset, they ain't even know the words. They was missing over the words. It's like they was nervous, like Cam choked up at the end. You know what I'm saying? Jewels looked crazy. They got too shelled for the show. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't, the Louch got shelled too, but they still was on they was still sturdy. You know, they a little bit more healthy. They take care of their body a little bit better. So when they get on the drugs, they can still control themselves. You see that? They come from drinking their healthy juice at them juice bars. You know what I'm saying? They eating right. Dipset, they probably ain't eating right. Still eating a lot of meat, ain't fasting, and they still doing the drugs. But the Louch, see how they was still sturdy? You see what I'm saying? They still had the same energy they had in the beginning. Really sound like the record when they perform it. Really delivering. They really represent New York the right way. I'm telling you, the Louch, that's a sturdy, they probably, if not probably the best group in New York. I'm telling you, that's a real sturdy crew. Like, a lot of people can't beat them in no, you know, talking about bars like rapping against. No. Not no group. Not no group. We talking about bars. You talking about drip, sauce, and jury, and who the freshest, and who got the most cars, and who can really, you know, got club bangers. Then the Louch will lose. We talking about all that other stuff. But we talking about the street, you know, hoodie on, Tim's on, bar for bar. That bass gonna hit right in the car. The bass gonna hit right any way you play it. If you play it 10 years, 15 years from now, and it sound like it just dropped. It don't sound like no other, it don't sound like the West Coast music. It don't got all that bass. It don't sound like the down south. It don't sound like the Midwest. It sound like New York City. It sound like Yonkers. DMX too, he was the same way. Everybody legends come out the Yonkers. That Yonkers started DMX, the Louch, Mary J. Blige. Whew, that Yonkers, they just birthed legends. You see that three? That three right there, crazy. But I ain't think Dipset was gonna be embarrassing like that. Like they was playing songs. There's a lot of songs they supposed to play. They ain't even play. They ain't even had to play that Purple City Bird Gang, 848. They ain't had to play all them songs. It was other hits they had. They supposed to pull it out. Cam ain't even play What Means the Word to You. But I told y'all on that last video I did before it even happened, every song I said they was gonna play, besides that one, they played it. Except What Means the Word to You. That's the only one they ain't really played. Maybe another one. Every other one they played it. I told you that's how it was gonna go. I know that, man. I remember because I remember what these records did in the streets. I remember what these records did on TV in the club. I already knew how it was gonna go. A lot of people was thinking Dipset was gonna win because they thinking the drip, Cameron wearing pink, the jury, you know what I'm saying, the songs they had behind it, but they forgetting. They forgot. That's why I know Jada and them Locks and them, they was reading the comments and seeing how people, thinking who gonna win. They like forgot, like you forgot what's in their catalog. Like understand. They already knew, like Dipset, they knew they lost when they even started. When Jadakiss them did their first song, they already knew it was gonna be a long night. That Ballin' record don't even hit the same like it did back then. That Ballin' record don't even hit the same like it did back then. But all them Lock songs, I'm telling you, they still hit, like they still can work right now. Now just a Dipset show, it'll be good. You'll love it. They'll go hard. They're gonna perform. They're gonna be sturdy. They're gonna drop them songs. They're gonna drop them bangers. They can play their mixtape songs. But a versus battle, just to a click like the Locks. Now other crews they can beat, or they can be a better competitor to them. But the Locks, nah. You need somebody. You need a stronger crew. Y'all need, to pull out. Y'all need I think your DJ, they was slipping. Y'all wasn't on the same. Y'all wasn't on the same page. You and your DJ, y'all wasn't on the same page. Y'all must have just came with their playlist when y'all got there. Y'all ain't put nothing together. Y'all ain't did no rehearse. That let you know like how unorganized y'all was. They let you know y'all don't really rock with each other like that. Yeah. You think you slick, Cam, Jewels, and them. Yeah, Jim. Y'all don't hang with each other every day. Yeah, y'all don't hang with each other. See how y'all was coming to that meeting? Yeah, y'all don't hang with each other. Cam do his thing. Jim do his thing. Freaky might be with Jim and stuff like that. But yeah, Freaky don't be with Cam and them like that. Yeah, Jewels, he might pop up with Jim or something, but Jewels still do his thing. Everybody kind of, do their thing. They don't really, the Locks, they still being Yonkers. They hang together all the time. Not every day, but they together. They still in the studio. They still dropping classic music. They still being healthy. Never fell out. Had arguments and disagreements. Never showed it in the public eye though. Never fell out, never separated. Always handled business in-house. Nothing never came out on the Locks. How could somebody disrespect? How could you disrespect the Locks? How could you think they can lose to anything? They too strong. There's no other crew like that. They too, And they reminded the world though. They showed the world that they can go against anybody from down south, out west, Midwest. They ready. It ain't just New York. You could have put them songs against a lot of crews all across America. Respect Jada, respect Styles, respect Sheek. You ain't listen to it, it's past your time, go back. You'll like it, I'm telling you. Don't think it's gonna sound like a Gucci Man song or Jeezy song, or it's gonna sound like a T.I. song, or it's gonna sound like a Snoop Dogg song. Nah. You gotta put your brain, green from up north, you gotta put your brain in them barrels and and get your mind start being closed-minded. I'm telling you, they go hard. You already know, a lot of people already know the Dipset era because the fashion, it just carry on through generations. The fashion, the look, the style, the bandanas and all that, they just carried on better as far as that. So the younger generation will gravitate to Dipset over the Locks. You got to be a real hip-hop fan, to like the Locks and respect the bars. But they still got the beats. Ain't like they have bad beat people. You see them, you hear them beats? So they got everything you need over there at the Locks, man. Understand. But that's my take on this situation, man. Dipset lost by far, wasn't even close. It was the most, blowout versus they ever had. You know what I'm saying? But they both did their thing. They both put on a good show. It's one of the best, versus, I tell you that, as far as like rappers. Understand that though, but that's my take on that, man. Drop them comments, man. If you think Dipset still won, hey, it is what it is, man. Count.